The Tao of Self Confidence, Episode 783. Welcome to the Tao of Self Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self confidence awaits. Well, hello, friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have an amazing lady on the show today. She is the founder of Womenlite, and I'm really excited to have her on and share her story with us today on self-confidence. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Divyanka Sehdev. Divyanka, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
I am very fine, and I hope whoever is listening are also good. I run a women-oriented website which has different categories related to women's lifestyle, from fashion to health and fitness. There's everything about women, and you can find various articles, informative and helpful to enhance the lifestyle of women.
Thanks for sharing that. And Divyanka, what's your cultural background?
Okay, so my cultural background is I'm born and brought up in New Delhi, which is the capital of India, situated in Asia.
Thanks for sharing that. And what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
Okay, so I run an Instagram page which is all about improving yourself and working on yourself. So I do read a lot of self-confidence quotes and they all are amazing. But if I have to choose one, then my favorite one would be by Eleanor Roosevelt, which is, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." So this would be my favorite quote of them all.
Thanks for sharing that great quote. And in your own words, how do you define self-confidence?
Okay, so my definition of self-confidence would be that I think it's a complete process. It is not something you learn in one day, and it starts when you accept yourself as you are and decide to improve yourself by working on all your flaws. The moment you get up and decide that, okay, I can do better and I can be a better version, is the moment you plant the seed of self-confidence within yourself.
Thanks for sharing that great definition. And Divyanka, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
Okay, so I would say I was a very confident child since my childhood, and my parents had a big role to make me like that. I was always the first one to take an initiative, to come in the front and represent my class and give my best. I was never afraid of being on stage in front of so many people, and I think this has majorly contributed in building me up as a confident personality I am today. So I don't think there was a specific time when I didn't have self confidence at all, but there were times when I used to hold myself back. So it is only recently when I developed into a more confident personality.
Thanks for sharing that. And what was that aha moment when you realized you can go out there and be who you are today, especially creating, a great website and, especially it's focused more on women, like Womenlite? What was that aha moment?
I think you can relate with this. Like, there were many actually. When you are building something up, you get these kind of moments, like when you understand certain things or figure out new ways. So, all these are actually your aha moments. But the most memorable of them all would be when I was in a dilemma to go for a job or put all my dedication into my own work, because I had this thought in my mind that going for a job would give me more exposure and it would give me more opportunities to learn and grow while I would keep working on my website side by side, obviously. But then eventually I got that aha moment that I can work on my website wholeheartedly with all the dedication, and I can still learn and grow while working on my own. So why should I go out and work for someone else when I can work for myself and explore new ways and figure out new things related to it? And I think this is what I did, and it was definitely a worthy decision.
Thanks for sharing that. And, I totally agree. Sometimes we're in a job and, we do such great work and we realize, like, why can't we put that much work onto ourselves, right? I mean, it's going to be a little bit challenging, but I mean, it's all worth it in the end. If we can do it for someone else, why can't we do it for ourselves, right? And I know as women, sometimes, we feel like we're not enough, we're not worthy, but the results speak for themselves, right? I mean, if you're able to help someone else make money, then you can do it on your own. And because of that realization, what's your life been like now?
Okay, so I can say I was confident enough to believe in myself and in my potential. It was only that self confidence and faith that were the driving forces behind me choosing a completely different path. And when I realized that what I did was right, my confidence and faith increased. So now, whenever I think to start something new, I have this strong voice in me that yells that, yes, you can do this.
Thanks for sharing that. To the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be in her own journey to self confidence. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
Okay, I think the world has been a cruel place for women. We have been told many things about beauty standards, how we should look, how we should behave, or how our bodies should be. All this definitely affects our self confidence. And now, with this social media, the pressure to look pretty has increased so many times. So, my only advice to all the women would be just love yourself as you are. No one is perfect. Perfection is a myth. Love yourself, believe in your potential, keep on improving your skills, and never stop learning. When you shift your focus on improving yourself to be your better version, your self confidence would also increase eventually.
Thanks for sharing those great tips. And if our listeners wanted to get to know a little bit more about you and what you do and check out your website or check out Womenlite, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Okay, sure. So you can check on my website. It has various articles. It has much more information about women's lifestyle and how can you improve, in your beauty or health and fitness, everything. I think there are home remedies, which would not harm you and which would actually be very good for you. So there are many tips like that in this, and you can also check out my Instagram page, which can be a daily inspiration hub. So that's what I do. I also make videos on improving yourself and working on yourself. So you can check all of that.
Thanks for sharing that. To our listeners, if you want to connect with Divyanka, you can also head on over to thetiledselfconfidence.com and search for Divyanka's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else that we talked about. And I really just want to thank Divyanka today for taking the time to share her story and tips with us on self-confidence. So thank you so much, Divyanka.
Thank you so much for having me.
Not a problem. It was really great having you on the show. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of The Tao of Self-Confidence. Get your free audiobook by visiting our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits.